Welcome or welcome back, new viewers and gamer bears. It's time for some more Pokemon Violet events, and today we have ourselves this neat Pokemon, or the Paradox Mons, in assorted typings. So let us sit back, relax, and begin. Let's fight some Paradox Mons while we can. And I'd like everybody to take a little bit of a notice with how this game is running. Running so much better than it did before, and I think you guys know why. Alright, so we have all these different Paradox Mons. They're only 5 stars, so they're not that hard. They set up electronic terrain. So that's not that big of a worry, I'd argue. Especially with the Arcanine lowering its attack. Its defense has been risen. Well, that won't matter after I use the power of Focus Energy. Look how much smoother this game is running. It's crazy. Yeah, let me... Cat's out of the bag. I'm playing this on Switch 2 now instead of Switch 1, and frankly, I don't think I ever want to go back. Just keep playing it on Switch 2. What's the point of going back to it? The inferior Switch 1 one's running absolutely like ass. I mean, not like ass, but it really wasn't running up to snuff, let's just say. That's clearly how that animation was supposed to look all along, but nope. It was a lot weirder before, but now it looks actually pretty decent. Also, stop stealing my Terra Steel Heavy Slam strats. You ain't allowed to have that, you fool. Anyways, let me get some of my HP back. Just look at how smooth this is running. I just love this. Keep making me stronger, dude. Some of that HP back. God, it's so much animated, so much better than before. Which makes me think this is how Skull and Violet was originally going to run, but no. Because it was poorly optimized on the Switch 1, clearly. But now on here, it's perfectly optimized. Now, why didn't it run like this before? Stop taking away my stats, you're rude. Rock Sloyd. I broke up one last time. Give me some of that delicious, nutritious HP back. And time for the Tera Ghost of a lifetime. I was doing some competitive play practice yesterday, and oh man, does this run so well. I should have ran from the first place. I will never shut up about that. And this is going to kill. Probably not kill, but it definitely did quite some damage. And down you go. Well, if you want your Terra Steel Iron Hands, go on ahead. I still like that its head spins like that. Don't get to see that animation often. Seriously, look how fast that was. That was freaking lightning speed. Just try that Comaler over there. Anyways, let's see if there's other people online doing that, doing these raids. Well, the Tera Raid thing still takes a bit to load, I think, but otherwise. Let's do this Terra Iron Valiente, which is 7-star? Oh, I didn't know we had a 7-star one of these. When was this a thing, huh? Or are they just randomly scattered everywhere? I didn't even know that was the case this whole time. Well, I don't have a build for this, so... Alright, Terra Poison's looking pretty good right now. I just don't know what should it be. I'm abandoning that. I don't want to do it. Didn't even know there were 7-star rates for this. Oh, well, let's see this one. Hello, Aaron. How you doing today? Let me give that a little video I'll watch through while I'm waiting for this to load. Yes, Black Tar Battle. Yes, well, as soon as this thing's done loading, and it's done loading. Alright, might as well. Let's go get that set up. Also, wait a minute, before we do that, I want you to see something. Look how much more smoother this is running. Also, kill the Pachirisu. Oh, that was a Zorua. Oh, I'm so sorry, little Zorua. But seriously, this is running so well. Why didn't the game run like this from the start? Huh? Huh, Game Freak, why? Answer me, goddammit. Anyways. Let's form a group. If that's what you'd like, mate. It's up to you. For me personally, this is just... I was doing some VGC practicing yesterday. Oh my god, it runs so good. I am never playing this game on Switch 1 ever again. There's just no point in doing so when it runs this damn good. But anyways. X9 again. When are we getting Mega Man X9? Capcom, heh. Heh, Alright, anybody else want to join? And look how fast you loaded in as well. That was awesome. Oh, that's a... No, that's an S. I knew it was an S. I didn't say anything about a 5, but, Oh, wait, no, that is a 5. Never mind, you're right. Didn't see that. The words are covering her, man. Cut me some slack. But anyways, anybody else going once? Going, and now I can definitely clearly see the 5. Anyways, let's go. I don't want to waste no time now. Also, Ursa Luna on my, what do I call my Karadon team is working very well. Alright, I'd like to see it. Seriously, look how smooth that is. The fact that I'd spent over $450 for this, though, is kind of sad. Should have ran like this from the start. But I seriously can't get enough of this. I'm gonna spin a bit. I said I want to spin a bit. Why can't I spin? God damn it, there we go. I don't know how the hell I'm doing this in flip-flops, but I don't care. Yeah, I like getting dizzy. Alright. Excuse me. Anyways. I feel bad for the person that has to clean that up. Anyways. What did you want to show? Speaking of, the Ursa Luna that I was talking about before. Look at this here, team. Soft Trick Room with McGearn is actually working really well. Plus, McGearn with Life Orb is hitting like a freight train. Also, Scarf Chiyu is broken. Use it. I have a hazmat suit. Oh, wait a minute. That tells me there's gonna be some radiation around here. Alright. Oh, well, I'm waiting. Just look how smooth this is, the turning. I can't get enough of it. Now imagine if the game ran like this from the start. Oh, I'll stop talking about it now then, I guess. Oh, that's okay, I can handle it. If my arm gets crystallized, I can just get some medicine. I guess. You know another team I really want to make at some point as well? A Meloetta team, but I don't really know what to add with it. As much as I like Meloetta, I do think it's kind of hard to use with how its form changes work. I also want to make some sort of Pecharunt team at some point. And I might use my more passive Terra Dark Pecharunt with Foul Play. It'd be really good against, whatchamacallits, for dealing with Ice Rider Calyruxes. Alright, so let me know when you're finished. I like how fast the map comes up, too. Alright, well, I saw that 7-star Iron Valiant earlier, so... Unless it just rarely shows up or something? Oh, wait, it's one right here, I guess. I didn't know we had 7-star rates for that, and I don't have a build for it, so... I don't really care. Let's take a time with that. It's alright. Now, just let me know when you're ready with that. I'm gonna go around to the other areas for a bit. Might even do some shiny hunting later. Take advantage of this while I can. I don't want this to be too long now. Gotta still do some grand challenge while it's still around. But yeah. There's no fire raid here, game. You're lying to me. It's probably downwards there somewhere. If I had to guess. And I still pick up the item and nothing happens sometimes. Alright, I'm coming back. See, look how fast that is. It's awesome. Alright, where'd you go again? It should be in your medallion, right? There you are. Look at that, it's almost like I teleported, almost. As let me join you. Camp here. Alright, we have a magic team, I suppose, or some sort of fantasy theme team. Oh, really? Oh, that's what I never knew that, okay. That explains a lot, actually. Just still said you have this much, or too much of this item. Could have done something like that instead, but no. Just, you don't get to pick it up. Alright. How many team we got here? The half-steel weakness for you to worry about in this team. Yes, that's what I'm doing. Gotta have the team weak to steel, gotta watch out for those steel taps. If you don't mind it. Ghost taps might also be a bit of a problem for this team as well, though you do have some managers for that. I can see a good trickery mode going on over here. Could even run a Solar Abyss Magus for that if you wanted. Actually, you could run both Tailwind and Trick Room if you really wanted to. Doing that with my Nagirina Koraidon team. And let's see. Oh, yes. I guess you didn't want to use Blood Moon or Ursaluna. But, I mean, how are you going to have a Blood Moon team without the Blood Moon Bearer himself? I mean, it's up to you if you want to run it or not, but still. Just wanted to point that out. And for some reason I can walk through your dragon. It kind of looks like a carpet. Imagine that, a dragon carpet. You know, like those polar bear carpets that some people have? This straight of the dragon carpet. Huh. And yet he's pure white in color? I find that a little hard to believe. You know how much that stuff stains? Anyways. Alright. Oh, I know when you got another team. Just instantly goes to black. And then the Arceus team is doing real well as well. That's the only one, alright. And the laner she gave me is putting in some serious effort. Too bad I couldn't really use all of his moves in most cases. Might need to change something on there. I was able to one-shot an Assault Vest Rillaboom with this man. He's very powerful. Well, after Terastallizing, of course, but yes. Alright, anyways, Tera Raids. Let's do this Tera Norman one. Seriously, this is so fast. Yeah, he's pulling his weight alright. God damn it, Grimer, you get in my way again, you'll get massacred. Well, one of these Curlers has to go. So it's the Ralts Dust, I think it's called. Oh no, it's a Ditto. I killed a Ditto, man. What's with these Pokemon disguising themselves, huh? Anyways. A Tera Normal Fridge Giraffe. Yeah, I don't need to fight that right now. Alright, this hero is an Iron... What's his face? Thorns. No, seriously, look how fast that did. Look how fast that loaded in. That was awesome. Now, why wasn't the base game like that, huh? Just goes to show Switch 1, or Skull and Violet was not optimized for the Switch 1 properly, as you can tell. I see it, and look how fast that loaded in. That was awesome. That was the greatest thing. And I know exactly what we're going to use here. Seriously, I can't get enough of how fast that loads in compared to the Switch 1. It's awesome. Actually, I might have just chosen the wrong choice. Whatever. Because now if I Terastallize, he can hit me for super effective. Alright, anyways. Let me wait for you to get your raid up first. Alright, let me get something else here. Okay. I guess I will. Where's my Terra Steel one? Because again, the other one's away at battle right now. So I'm forced to use this one. I mean, I'm still weak to flying, though. I don't like this. Whatever, Terra Steel will assist. Oh, you meant Groudon? Alright, he's not away at battle, so he can assist. Where are you? I have two Groudons. Oh, that one's Scarfed, so I'm definitely not using that. This one. Gravity. Iron Mungulus. The worst Paradox form. Seriously, I cannot get enough of this transition. It's so great. Yes, gravity, it's all around. If you're up, it'll grab you down. Gravity keeps you on the ground. You all know that Garfield and Friends song? It's funny. I actually remember my little sister doing a dance like that back when we were in elementary school. remember her saying that she did that because, well, in her 3rd grade class when I was in the 5th grade at the time, she was like, her class was warning about gravity. And at the time we were watching Garfield and Friends, and that song had to come up just the day prior. So she does that little dance on the table, she tells me, in her class. And everyone's just giving her a round of applause after she did the dance. Oh, that's fine. I'm just gonna keep powering up until then. Just keep hitting me with your dank pulse. I flinched. Awesome. That's happened to me not once but twice. Oh, that's fine. I won't be needing that. Got her cross line. And frankly, you know what they should do with those Cridon and Miraidon events instead? Don't flinch me, please. Screw you. But what was I gonna say? You know what they showed with the Cridon, Miraidon shiny events that just recently released? Why didn't they just have them as Tera Raids? And that's what they did with the whatchamacallits recently, so why not that too? You're dead. Seriously, look how smooth this runs. This is awesome. I can't get enough of it. Just proof that it was poorly optimized for the Switch one. If the Switch one just can't take it. Bullshit. Yes, it could have. Look at... Oh my god, the transition is awesome. It was so fast. Or just that too. Just normal mystery gifts, yeah. But now instead, let's do card code or whatever the hell. I forgot I had this fridge giraffe. Anyways, where is our Caladian? Look how fast it is. It's instantaneous. It looks even better in battle. Battling Pokemon in 8K, not 4K. 8K HD. I don't know. What's above HD? I'm not sure. Okay. I don't know what else to bring though. Average steel. I'll just use Reggie Boy. I'll use Reggie Fils-Aimé, thank you. Not in this scenario, not really, no. And if you want me to bring Cridon, I will. This Cridon, since the other one's away at battle. Seriously, how fast that was, oh my god. Also, I got a song to suggest to you. Another one of those Pokemon VGC songs. From this past Worlds. Give this song a good listen. Also, yeah, like I mentioned earlier, this one won't be too long, this vid. I want to get some Grand Challenge in before it's too late. I might just happen to do it off screen, I don't know. Shouldn't do that, but still. I also get to show off my Reg J teams. As I said, I wanted to go all out on the Champion stuff, especially when Pokemon Champions releases next year. We don't know when it's going to release yet, but I have a prediction that it'll likely come out probably sometime after Pokemon Day, so around March, maybe even around my next birthday. I don't have a clear amulet, goddammit. I should still be fast, yeah. Your wild charge means nothing. Maybe should buff wild charge. Maybe make it 110 power. Maybe 105, why not? and that's why I'm not Terra stealing. I'm barely doing any damage. Uh-oh. Alright, I have no choice but to try. Terra Steel, I have an axe in my head. I understand why more people would run Terra Fire, but Terra Steel is pretty decent in it too, I guess. But because of how our Calcum Pulse works, Fire is essentially Paradox Mons stab, so yeah. Don't rock to me, fool. I think I'll keep doing this till the shield's broken. Also, my sun is gone. That could be taken out of context. That's why you missed. Didn't Rock Team used to be like base 30 power or some bullshit? Could've sworn it was weaker for Gen 6. I remember hearing something about that back in middle school. Shield broken, there we go. And down you go. Well, let me suggest to you that song I was trying to suggest to you a week or two ago when I was playing Mario Kart World that you didn't want to listen to before, but hopefully you've had a change of heart on this. I'll give this one a good listen as well. Now get over here where you think you're going, huh? Alright. Terra grounded. Oh, he's Terra grounded, alright. I kind of want to use Roll Booster, which is a good option here. The only thing is he's going to override my grassy terrain. And he's so rude for that. Oh well, let's do it anyways. The monkey and the catter. I almost said Caterpie, but no. Thanks for having a way to reset up the grassy terrain. Also, did you... Yes, thank you. Literally the ability to fix it. But, you remember what I said when we raided Lord Kai the other day? I gotta go send off my Switch 1 to either Nintendo America or to my local Game Freak. Did I say Game Freak? GameStop. Because, yeah, I gotta get the battery replaced. I can only play that thing in dock mode until I get that fixed. Because, yeah, literally I take it out of there for a second and it instantly dies. That's how bad the battery is. To be fair, I've had that thing for almost 8 years now. Though I've had GameCubes older than that, survive for way longer. GameCube stronger than Switch confirmed. Same for Wii's. Same for DS's and 3DS's. Like my old 3DS I've had since 2013. Oh, screw you, you have Ice Spinner. Fuck off. I mean, thanks for nerfing yourself, but still. I mean, I've seen sets in VGC, like, what do I call it? The guy who was runner-up at EUIC earlier this year, he had a steel roller, what am I calling it? Steel roller iron treads. Now I have to do the same on mine until I get my battery replaced. Might even see if I can get my Joy-Cons fixed for free as well. Pretty sure I heard about that. Well, I'll charge these nuts, how about that? Actually, no, that should be superior. Oh well, too late. Oh, screw you, don't take away my stats. I might let it faint me so I can get back in. Oh no, this is why we need the grassy terrain. Oh, it is resistant, so what am I bitching about? Avenge me, friendo! I'm gonna play some whack-a-mole. Or whack-a-niglet, I guess it would be called in the Pokemon world. Or if this were Ben 10, whack-a-mole stash. Well, that's Sailor Moon versus Madoka one that I suggest to you, that one's fan-made, but yeah, well, I think there's some songs better than Game Over in my personal opinion, but yeah. Dancing of the Souls. That should break the shield. Tera Raid +2. And Grassy Terrain boosted, super effective. Yeah, more than enough. Now you're not allowed to move. I mean, I always thought Grassy Terrain also healing your enemy was kind of stupid. But whatever, he stole my kill. I'm sad. What was I saying? I just feel like it shouldn't be able to do that because you're kind of helping your foe as well, but I mean, Grassy Terrain on Real Booster specifically is so good, you know, it really doesn't matter that much. In most cases. Yeah, I better go make a build for that Iron Valiant real fast. I didn't know we had another 7-star raid. Oh my god, that was so fast. Why couldn't this run like this on Switch 1? Oh wait, I already know why. Alright, so it's Tera Fairies. I think Poison types are obviously going to be the best here. Yeah, Rever Room's looking pretty good for it. Either that or I'll just let it go, I don't really care. But wait, I won't have an Iron Valiant with the mightiest mock. Oh well. Tera Fairy, Iron Mugulus. I still also want to make a Deoxys team at some point. This guy's so powerful. I recently saw a video of somebody using a Malamar, skill swapping it with Contrary, just to make Psycho Boost even stronger each and every time he uses it, pair that with Terra Psychic. And attack mode Deoxys will one-shot everything. Unless you are a Dark type, you are not taking a hit from this thing. And even then, we have Focus Blast if it hits. Nah, maybe not. Yeah, better yet. Let us use Ultimate Goodra. I'm coming with the Acid Spray support. Hello, Derby Boy, how are you doing today? Also, as you suggested, Skull and Violet on Switch 2 over here. Man, is that smooth or is that smooth? Still can't get over the fact that this is how the game should have ran in the first place, but let me shut up about that. What bug are we talking about? Grab on attack, don't use that. Take this spray to the face. Yeah, the, whatchamacallits, the, Shiny Iron Valiants. Honestly, I didn't even know those things were here until, like, not even an hour ago. Like, I didn't know about that this whole time, to be honest with you. And honestly, I don't think I care too much about it. I already got enough space taken up until Champions comes out. Box space, I mean. Flash Cannon, that weak move. You ain't touching me with that. That's Sprade's still one of my personal favorite moves. Especially using it back in the 3DS days. Why are you using 10 when you're already faster than me? And your kill. I guess it showed up on your screen somehow. Terra Steel boots and Flash Cannon. Technically it's still calculating as shield damage. And now it's not. And down goes the worst Paradox form. Tera Grass is up next. Tera Grass, Iron Moth. The best Tera type for this guy. Can learn Energy Ball as well if you want to run it offensively. Yes, we do. Only about 11 days from now at the time of me making this. A lot of people are saying, oh no, but don't buy this, buy Digimon Time Strangers instead, which I personally do plan on getting that game as well, but hey, I think they both look great. Legends of the A, especially, have you seen some of the animations for that game? Specifically, whatchamacallit? The animation for Surf, when that Gyarados used it. That's probably the best Surf has looked since, I want to say, Gen 5. I'm seriously glad they took an extra year with that game. It's going to be great. Yeah, double intimidated. It's completely worthless. I mean, there's probably a way to do it. Hopefully they thought of that. Because if not, that might be absolutely busted. Especially in the competitive battle mode. But can't we do that for the Kalos Stars and future Megas as well that get added? Personally, I think it's fun, but most people aren't really going to be the biggest fan of that. Really the Slug Wave. Yeah, and Dragos is worse than both of them. That Sanders Jackson's kind of as well. And Bird Bonded is considered worse in battle compared to its present-day counterpart, so I can kind of see that. Grass Dark is just not a good defensive typing. Oh, screw you, don't take away my stats again. So it's Slitherwing. That thing should be Dragon type, not Fighting type. I mean, you can argue it's a caveman moth or some bullshit, but still. No, don't lower my stats, that's rude. Why you gotta be so rude, huh? Yeah, that's hitting a little too hard for my liking. Also, citrus berry eating. Yeah, I think just because of its previous form, or its present day counterpart, of course, being fire type. Or not fire type, dragon type. So that's likely why it learns that. There was some water moves too, like Hydro Pump. Again, when this game first came out, when I was doing singles content, I ran a rain team with Iron Legolas on it once, which was actually rode its way pretty well. I still have that Iron Legolas. What's Energy Ball gonna do to me? Ow! That was a bad question. I take it back. I'm kidding. No, I don't take it back. Perfect shield. No kill. That's what you get. Oh, is that why you're not sitting there? We can always reset the circle if you'd like. And it looks like you're still here, so it should be fine. Let me see just to make sure. Alright, you are still here. Same here when I bought my Switch 2 last month, I pre-ordered it. I'm getting the Switch 1 version, though. I don't see a point in buying the Switch 2 version. Like, what am I spending an extra $10 for? It's gonna run better whether I play it on Switch 1 or Switch 2 anyways, so what's the point? You know what's funny? You could buy the Switch 2 version and play it on Switch 1 if you wanted to. It's called forwards compatibility. Because I already has a Switch 1 version, so it makes sense. So why am I spending the extra $10? Whatever. If that's what you'd like, mate. It's up to you, dude. And I'm gonna do the same thing when Metroid Prime 4 comes out. Just get the Switch 1 version. Oh yeah, so speaking of my Switch 1, I already mentioned it earlier, but I gotta send it to Nintendo of America. The battery needs to be replaced. Oh, what am I doing? Because every time I take it off the charger, it instantly dies. Hey, it's alright. The battery's just dying off. That's all it is. Also, Tera Raid on this thing is ass. Not in a bad way, obviously. I mean, just the two types that Fury's weak to, it can handle both. And this is why I keep... Wait a minute, I can't lower its attack. If I were to bring our Kellyden. Yeah, well, say it with me, everybody. When in doubt, annihilate it out. Or I guess Earthworm could have been decent, I suppose. I've seen... Have you seen the recent draft leagues that Wolfie and some other people have been doing, like Shady Penguin? Shady Penguin last week was running Tera Poison Earthworm. Tera Poison's actually pretty decent on Earthworm because of Earth Eater. You're only weak to Psychic if you Tera. Just a suggestion. Your raised defense means nothing. Yeah, my Switch 1's staying around 60% for some reason when on the charger. I mean, as long as it's not dying on there, that would be way worse, I'd say, but yeah. Oh yes, he did do a little update on his channel. And one of those being that Wolfie Draft moves and stuff. But him, Ezra or whatever that Rosie chick, I forgot her name, but she does Pokemon commentary in tournaments. James Beck, one of the strongest players in the world. Wolfie's editor, I think his name is Uzi. Pokémon, and two other people I'm forgetting, but yeah. Anti-Patron's, I think was the other one, I forgot the last guy. Perhaps I should try me a draft league one of these days. Don't take away my stats, that's just rude. You may be able to take away my stat boosts, but you can't take away my heart and crit chance or my rage fist boosts. Fire Fairy, I think, is going to happen pretty much inevitably. It's one of the few top combos we have to see. And we already have Fire Ground, pretty much Fairy Ground. I mean, this is the closest thing to a Fairy Ground type we have right now. Honestly, when I first heard about Ursa Luna back in early 2022 when Spell and Violet first came out, judging by its name, I honestly thought it would have been Fairy Ground type or something, but no. Maybe that's for the better, because normal ground is already pretty sick anyways. Alright, take this, the world's strongest Rage Fist. Yeah, Fairy Ground is probably one of the most broken type combos. And Fairy Fire I really think should have happened by now. I mean, I remember back when Sun and Moon were first coming out and they revealed all the Oricorio forms. And I was like, hey, this represents each of the different islands. Which it matches two of the types of the Tapus, Electric and Psychic, but then the other two are Water and Grass, while the other two Oricorio forms are Fire and Ghost. I think the reason they didn't do that is because the Tapus were around the terrains and stuff. I'm gonna steal your pool for a second. Look at me, I'm on a living pool floaty. What was I saying? That one of the Tapus could have been Fire Fairy, but I think the reason they didn't do that is because of the terrains, and we already had like Sun for weather, so as a fire type weather condition, so they didn't want to make like a fire type terrain condition. I feel like that's the only reason that happened. And the other two Oricorio forms should have been Water Flying and Grass Flying. Nope. Oh yes, because of the improved frame rate, it should be better. But let's do a few more raids, and yeah, we shall do that. Especially if Travis Boy shows up. Whatever he's doing right now. I want to call him Travis Touchdown, but that's rude. I haven't done that yet, no. Interesting idea. In fact, well, I guess Mario Kart World is the one game you couldn't do that in because of the free roam mechanic. But I was about to say you could do that in older Mario Kart games, but probably not. You'd be on a timer. Well, actually, you technically could. Yeah, you could technically do that if you really wanted to in games like Double Dash or Wii. I mean, good luck doing that in Super Mario Kart. Or in Super Circuit or something. Alright, no Azuma Rail for this one. No flying types either. I guess I have no choice but to do a Psychic type. Actually, better yet, what am I thinking? Big Bad Sylveon's time to shine. Oh, a little too late for that now, I'm afraid. Or, never mind. Alright, let me just wait for that to show up again. Let me see what this is real fast. Huh, so we're flying on, Iron Treads. Actually, pretty good typing for it. Alright, my Terrifying Need Force Mewtwo. If that's what you want. Ask and you shall receive, as they say. I still kind of miss using that Mewtwo team from last year. If we ever go back to Reg G after this season of Reg H and Reg J, that'd be pretty cool. I have a feeling this might be the second to last season before Champions comes out. What do y'all think Champions will be out? Because I predict it will be out sometime in like March of next year. Like right after the Legends of ZA DLC. Just in time for you to transfer all your DLC megas over there if you wanted. Though I've heard some controversial news about if you were to transfer a Pokemon over to Champions or Legends ZA from any of the other Switch/Switch 2 Pokemon games, it's a one-way trip, they can't go back. I mean, it's not the first time we've seen a transfer system like that in previous games. I mean, look at the Gen 3 to Gen 4 transfer system, or the Gen 4 to 5 one, or Pokemon Bank. Or old Gen 2 to 3. Actually, you couldn't even transfer Gen 2 Mons over to Gen 3. Gen 1 and 2 Mons to Gen 3, in that sense. Sword and Shield. I haven't played Sword and Shield in quite some time. I probably gotta load up all my Switch 1 games on here anyways. My Switch 1 Pokemon games more specifically. Electric Terrain, huh? That's not gonna be any good to you, good sir. I hope you know that. One more nasty plot and your doom will certainly be here. You get it? That's why he's called Cerebral Doom. Bad joke. Anyways. So I always liked just starting off with Incineroar, faking out something. And because of my focus sash on this Mewtwo, you really, it's gonna be real hard to take it out on the first turn, especially if you do with a fake out. And then I just expanded force everything afterwards, or switching in DD, and just you're all dead. Like, I've killed so many things with this setup, it's absurd. See, look at that. It's crazy. Just one nasty plot. Well, in this case, there was 3 of them, but still. If this were a competitive match, one nasty plot's all you need. Yeah, thanks for taking away my stats. It won't matter. Not if I do it first. I've always brought back from Pokemon from Sword and Shield over to BDSP or Scarlet and Violet, depending on what I was doing. Yeah, I'm afraid I don't do that. But, Tera Raid next. I'm a simple simp bear, I suppose. I want to run an electric type here, but very risky with this type of matchup. If I just do one and out, annihilate it out again. I think that's the best option as well. No, you're not wrong about that. I won't deny it, not even a little. I keep saying it. You saw that with Xenoblade 3 with me, Abby, and you saw that with... What are my other playthroughs? I don't know why I'm blanking on this right now. I know I've done that in some of my other playthroughs. What, Miriam in this game? you think that's bad, just wait for later playthroughs. Specifically a certain gym leader in Heart Gold Soul Silver. / Gold Silver. Alright. Do I have a Tera Electric Zapdos I've trained up? Oh, not this one. I don't think I have... I guess this one. Actually, better yet, let's use Thundurus. I could even Prankster Thunder Wave it. Where's my terrifying Thundurus? I don't have Thunder on there, I have Thunderbolt. Also, if Thunder actually worked the way it was supposed to, you just get a loud thunder sound. You wouldn't get an actual Thunderbolt or Lightning Bolt, you know? Yeah, where's my, actually, even better, I could use Wild Bolt Storm. Now, if only I can... Oh, wait, there he is. I don't have Nasty Plot on this one. Where's my other Thundurus? Actually, I think I remember where I put it. Right here. Oh, thank you for sending through the ads once again. Speaking of, I should probably add some sort of, like, ad wait or whatever. So it warns you an ad's about to show up. I should do that. Paralyze him. Paralysis, fine then. Ever got plotting nastily over here. God, I don't really need my Terra Charge, I'm good. Oh, come on, don't do that. Also, the raid is coming down so soon, so it's great. Actually, I didn't notice the name. Once the action shows up again, I will see it. Yes, new name. Don't crit me, that's just rude. There we go, paralyzed. Plot. Sorry. Alright, good. Full paralysis. Damage just hits twice. Okay. Shield's down. I probably should just Terra here defensively, because he's doing a little too much damage. You quit hitting me like 3 times, dude. Tera fighting time again. Alright, my Wild Bolt Storm should finish the job. Down you go. Not gonna lie, they had us in the first half. I kind of miss some of the Forces of Nature's old animations from the 3DS. Like, you remember that little feature where if you're on the Pokemon summary screen and you tap the Pokemon, they'll do like one of their little attacking animations? I kind of miss that. We haven't had that since... I think Sword and Shield had that too, in a different way, but otherwise, if it didn't, yeah, we haven't had that since Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. I don't know, it could be worse. It could be the salty ones. Oh, the sour ones are pretty decent as well. There you can. Oh, I didn't know that. But the 3DS games had more animations on them, though. Especially with the Swords of Justice. The Forces of Nature. Like, Tornadus, you would spin around like a cyclone for a few seconds, which looked really nice. Or Landorus would use his tail and just slam the ground with it. Which I remember he had an animation like that in Pokepark 2, when you battle him. And he just causes a bit of a miniature earthquake when he uses that attack. Speaking of Pokepark 2, oh boy, there's a certain boss fight in that game against Zekrom that is crazy dumb hard. Because, I mean, I'll probably go in depth with a bit more in the future. Oh, what was I trying to get into Ghost? But anyways, I'll probably go in more depth in it in the future. But your only playable characters are Pikachu and the Unova starters. In their first forms, by the way. And every single attack you have access to, Zekrom resists all of your attacks. Since the starters, they only have typings that, like, their attacks are only of their main type, water, grass, fire, obviously. And Zekrom resists all that. Well, Pikachu, yeah, he has Thunderbolt, and their normal combo attack and all that stuff. But another bad part of it is, Pikachu's the only one of that main forecast of playable characters that does have attack that's not of his type, that being Iron Tail, and a lower Fist Ashes Pikachu. The problem is, guess what other type Zekrom resists? Yeah, that's right. Frickin' Iron Tail, Steel type moves. But Reshiram, you fight Reshiram as well in that game, and at least you have Oshawott. Oshawot's attacks do neutral damage, so that's the best choice for it. And the other characters obviously gonna have a bit of a hard time with Reshiram as well, but Zekrom's just a difficulty spike. I remember doing that fight back in elementary school, and boy, was it a bad time. Because back then, my strategy was always trying to, hit enemies with Iron Tail, since it's a bit of a, not exactly an AoE attack, but it's an attack that hits all around Pikachu. So it takes a few seconds for the animation to end, so it leaves it slightly open, giving Zekrom some time to potentially attack back at you. I mean, you're a part electric type, so you also have the resistances to its attacks as well, but his HP pool is so much larger than yours. Like, it's not exactly a damage ratio or a war of attrition, but he's definitely going to be hitting you harder than you're hitting him, I'm just saying. But discussion for another day. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk about one specific fight in a side Pokemon game that nobody remembers. Also, Intimidate Arcanine. Yeah, Pokemon on me. I mean, Pokemon Camp kind of replaces those, but it's not as good. Yes. Actually, that doesn't stack on my focus energy, but it doesn't really matter. I don't really need my Terra Charge, at least not yet. Alright, sorry, Arcanine, you're gonna have to die. Give me your energy. It's good to hit him, actually, because once he respawns, he can get another Intimidate off. Y'all think I might be abusing our partners here, but this is for the greater good. This is for a just cause, totally. Sorry, Arcanine. Yes, coaching me was here. Sorry, coach. I'll get moving. I got to my bench pressing, and my push-ups and my sit-ups, and drinking plenty of juice, and running around the court, and doing pull-ups. Actually, I remember those one meme I saw back in 2022 or early 2023. Like right after Sonic Frontiers had released, where of course Undefeatable starts playing because one guy says, "Man, I don't feel like going to the gym today. I think I'll just do it tomorrow." And then that little cutscene plays. Sonic in his super form shows up in the song and just drops, and he just goes right to the gym, just ready to bench. Like, hey, whenever you're feeling lazy, just watch that clip. You ain't gonna be feeling lazy anymore. Absolutely deceased. I mean, he was already a ghost type, now it killed him even further when he was in the afterlife. Grim, I know, but it's what happened. Alright, Terrifier is on the way. Actually, it's a TM right there. Probably nothing special. No, Play Rough's pretty special. Another Iron Valiants? No, have not yet. Hey, some speed EVs. Give some speed to your Pokemon. The Carbuses, I mean. There's probably an alternate world out there. Alright, we'll do yours first. But there's probably an alternate world out there where Iron Juggler is called Iron Bugulus, and that's a bug type. I feel like that could have happened. Alright, let's do it. This is the power of the water. I forgot, does Iron Juggler's learn Flamethrower? I think so. I don't remember. I know Hydreigon definitely does. I can see that happening. Water Pulse. Also, I was practicing my Koraidon team yesterday. Thanks to Snarl from my Chi-Yu. My Ursaluna, while still a ground type, not pure normal type, was able to survive, what was it, a half-power water spout, thanks to my special defense investment. Told you, max special defense Ursaluna, normal Ursaluna, not its blood form, is very underrated and more should run it. Also, you're confused, not that it matters too much, to be fair. Alright, now Water Pulse is at full power once again. I don't have to worry about a Earth Power. Oh, special defense drop. I don't like that at all. Down you go. Not quite yet. I got my retail when you're faster than me. Try to gain speed control when you really don't need it. I mean, my screen it showed me. Actually, yeah, you did get the kill. The Origin Pulse. Never mind. Alright, let's do the same thing again. It was so fun the first time, we gotta do it again. Oh, look at that, you had the same idea I had. Great minds think alike, as they say. Yeah, if I ever do get my shiny Koraidon, I might run a team with it. Probably alongside Pecharon, just for dealing with Ice Rider Calyxes. Yes, as you mentioned. Because I remember you used that against me at some point. I was like, wait a minute, why is it Tera Dragon? Like, I don't get it. Why'd you do that? Well, you explained it, so it makes sense. I guess you wanted a little change of pace. You know, as a certain mustached guy once said, time for a change of pace. That's still one of the greatest Sonic boss fights ever. That version of the Egg Dragoon, I'd say. Alright, taste this. It makes sense, I understand. Stop taking away my abilities, man. It's not fair. Thank you for sending through the ads once again. Well, thank you for sending through the ads, but something about a change of pace or something I said, or you wanted to use Polytoad. It makes sense that, I mean, with the Inner Dragon DNA that you were talking about, it has access to. And now you're confused. Last, I really wanted to terrestrialize, but if I do, I might die. So let's heal first. Oh, we'll double heal then, it's fine. Oh, that barely went anywhere. Awesome. Double healing is just what we needed. Alright, now we get Tera. You'll see the true power of the second strongest water type because Kyogre exists. And that's why you missed. Now this water attack might blow a hole in the house. Alright, so all that's left here is Tera Grass and Tera Poisonous. So I'm gonna go towards Tera Poisonous first. Seriously, that was so fast. It's like I teleported. Alright, bring your mind games and your piles of dirt. We got poison to deal with. You might want to also bring your gas masks, too. Because Anti-Santa is coming to ruin Christmas 2 months early. Actually, yeah, I know who exactly we can use. Please, bring a Psychic Terrain Sitter. Actually, Tera Poison doesn't even have bad on Iron Bundle. You resist fighting and grass. Plus, you don't have to worry about grass types that much, since both your types handle it offensively. Or that could work. Well, mostly just grass types, but yeah. Iron Bundle normally doesn't worry about fairy types. I mean, I guess it's a good way to deal with any Flutter Mains if that's what you're worried about, but yeah. Plus, if you need an extra way to get rid of toxic spikes. Yes, they can, but I don't think they're as annoying as people make them out to be, at least from my experience. Sounds like a skill issue to me. I'm not mocking anyone who has trouble with fighting it. Just on my personal opinion, I don't think it's that bad. Yes, thank you. Oh, you motherfucker. You suck, you asshole. I've just been on cord. Oh, whatever. Alright, once I'm out of this encore, you're dead. That's fine. Should be able to... Why? Why, game? Why must you do this to me? Alright, now after this turn, you die. Alright, now I can attack. Good. You're dead. That's what you get for encoring people. You don't do that. Alright, only one more from me, and then we shall hide and seek with our new hardware. Since we have less hardware limitations now than we have ever before. So I might as well take advantage of it. I thought a catastrophe or catastrophe, if you could fit that. I don't think you could. Catastro. So, you know, psychic type is often synonymous with space. Let me think how to spell it first. Galileo, like Galileo. That could be pretty good. Astroleon. Yeah, physics. Yeah, the Mastic's got a physics degree, everybody watch out. Actually, do I still have that Terrifier Gurdra? I just want to have one. Wait, is this it? Yes, it is. Let's use you. And now the cat's a physicist. I don't know. You could even use Eternatus if you'd like to. That's up to you. Rain, okay. Kinda wish I had some Eerie Impulse. So here's my Terra Dragon Politoed. He's away on battle. So I cannot use him. Actually, he has Energy Ball, so I don't think I can, even if I wanted. I don't think I can bring... Wait, what are you bringing anyways? Why would you... Yeah, I don't think Rain Center is the best for this. Well, let me end this just to give myself more time. Might even just stick with this Gurdra, might be the best point. Choice. I mean, there are better Hurricane Centers if that's really what you want. Speaking of... Damn it, never mind. I'm just gonna stick with the Guja, I really don't know what to use. So I'm thinking Raid Setter would really be best against this thing. Yeah, let's give this a try then. This Thunderous has rain. I think it's best that you set up light screen first and then I hit him with the T-wave. The T-shirt wave. Alright, here we go. T-shirt wave to the face. And here's the rain you so asked for. Look at that beautiful rainfall. Yeah, that's pretty decent there. Oh, well, now they're Mad Techs doing anything, so I might as well just get a bit of solid stab damage off. Don't do that to me, that's just rude. Ow, it still did quite a bit even in the rain. Yeah, yes, very fitting song. Alright, help is on the way, nurse. Oh, come on, really? I should do notice the Iron Moth was shiny. And I can't see wave this guy. I wonder why this guy's doing so much damage. He keeps getting special attack boosts. still a good chance. Yeah, nope, no chances here. That's why. Alright, clearly that did not work. We're sticking with the Skeleton Urge. Sticking with the power of the dirge, that's what we need to do. Yes, perhaps another time indeed. Once again, thank you for sitting through the ads. I'll step away for a bit. Just let me know when you're ready again. You mentioned that we were ready. I'm sitting here. That was a resisted hit. It still did. Oh, come on. Doing way too much damage there, dude. Let's do this again. That's hopefully that's good enough to put me in the blaze. Oh, it looks like on my screen I got the kill. I think that's Blaze range as well. Yeah, Blaze. Or just about. Or maybe just a little bit. I don't know. Weird indeed. Well, any other them special raids I have? I'm not gonna bother. Oh, there's those 2 Tera Steels. I'm not gonna do them. Alright, if we're hiding, sneaking, where shall we go? As I mentioned, I did not want this to take too long. So if we're doing any more raids, only 1 more from each, and then the quick hide and seek. God of time indeed. Oh, that's easy. Also, I believe it's confirmed that the Hisuian forms will show up in Legends ZA as well. I think I saw some screenshots of that. And he's dead. He ain't dead, he got destroyed, disintegrated. Put back to the future, however you want to say it. I do have 2 more Tera Steels, but we're not doing them. I'm just waiting for your raids. Alright, fairy types is what we're using. I know exactly who to use. And Tera Dragon's actually a very underrated Tera type for Iron Bundle. I probably mentioned that like a year and a half, 2 years ago. Yeah, back in Regulation F. About 2 years ago. Time for a mud slapping. Also, thanks to my coverted Coloku can't hit me with secondary effects. A little bit. A lot of other Pokemon have that effect as well. How did you still hit me with that? That would have. Alright, one fake tears, and then after this, I Terrestrial like, nope, you're not touching me with that. You foolish fool. What do you think this is, huh? Alright, everyone. It's time for the planet destroying, or the solar system busting Hyper Beam again. This is your end. What are we at, +4? Natural step, Terror step, Pig slowly boosted super effective, -2 special defense. As long as this hits, of course. Alright, everybody, hold on. The solar system's gonna get destroyed. The power of the moon letteth me thy power to destroy all. They're dead. And we're all dead too. Yeah, the Aurora Veil being very Armor Veil. Aroma Veil. I can't speak. And then, I got one more raid. Thank you for sending through the ads once again. Tera Dragon. The only thing to destroy a dragon is another dragon. Alright, love to use a fairy type, but no, it gets a poisonous type. Meridians, not this one. Actually, I think the other one I normally would use is not away on battle. He's right here. Well, let's give this a try. Actually, we got Dragon Cheer, right? We should be fine. From a one-headed Cyber Dragon. We'll show you the true power of the... Of course, freaking Earth is sitting here. Just the one Pokemon we don't want to have here. Oh, wait a minute, I gotta say the chant. I haven't seen the chant in a while. Gather forth the origins of time and space, meteor storm! That won't matter if I get a crit. And you stupid ass freaking olive tree. Normally you're pretty cool, but here you suck. Meteor storm! All countless particles that wander the heavens rain down and glorify the land. More of the meteor storms, and I am doing no damage. That was also no crits. Try it again. There we go, that was at least part of the crit. You stupid olive tree, you suck. Alright, I'm just waiting for you to eat terrain again if you do. There we go. That would be really cool if you'd stop doing that. And not in a good way. And I missed. This is not good. There we go. Can you quit doing that? At least break the shield if you're gonna miss like that. Of course not. Because of the damn olive tree. Oh my god. I have no other choice but to try. Yes. hopefully this time the damn olive tree doesn't show up. It was at least enough to break the shield. Would have done way more if this damn olive tree would fuck off. I'm gonna go hide in a cave until you're ready. I didn't even get the chance to go into the cave. Wait, God blast it, wrong right on. Yeah, can you exit out of this before you accept anything? Thank you for that. And I could go into the cave. That made it look like I did that on purpose. That was an actual genuine mistake. Alright, here we go. Let's try this again. Alright, now we can try this again. Contrarianism, I guess. The only problem is I lose my Hadron engine. Well, it's not that bad, I guess. And if it hits with struggle bar, now we get stronger. It should work just fine. At least I'm hoping it does. If this were a cork drive, it wouldn't, but it's not cork drive, technically. God, the fourth the origin. Oh, wait a minute. Infinite power, grant me thy strength, meteor storm. This is better than any Hadronist engines. Like that, he's already at less than half HP. Yes, keep please making me stronger. Yeah, I don't have that damn olive tree sitting around either. That's okay, thanks for taking away my offenses, because now... That's fine, I won't be needing that. Everybody go all out. Show them the power of friendship. Meteor storm once again! I missed, of course you did. Beauty of annihilation indeed. I am chewing the bones of my own tree. Give me my dignity. This is to the monstrosity. Poison fills the cup of whatever, I forgot. Anyways, can you actually hit this time right on? It's not that hard, thank you. Yes, please give me a +2. That is actually really good. Meteor storm! Or gather forth the origins of time and space. And this is the final one. Gather forth the... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, countless sparkles that wander the heavens, rain down and glorify the land whenever you feel like attacking. Meteor storm! Alright, now I get to hide in this cave for a few minutes, but whenever you'd like to hide and sneak. Also, Sableye, you must die. Hey, look at that. I'm a poet and did not even know it. That was flam-friggin-tastic indeed, so land it. Get out my way. The only good thing to come out of that Horde franchise Call of Duty is its songs, I'll be honest. Everything else about it sucks. It always has sucked and always will suck. So did you have a chance to listen to those songs I suggested earlier? Okay. Now let's see. North, Province. I always forget which way is north on this damn thing. I mean, there's technically a compass on here, but it sucks. Not fitting, we're going to the North Pole, I think. Not entirely. Oh wait, wrong playthrough. Alright, I guess around here is where we're going. Look how fast that loading is. It's like I teleport. Alright, Pocket Monster Center. That's area 2. Up here. Can I finish? Yes, I can, alright. Oh, obviously I could just with your icon in the way. Ah, never mind. Anyways, who shall hide and who shall sneak a seek? Also, male indeedy. Hit him with the leak. That would have been perfect if I had a Farfetch, but that Pokemon doesn't exist in this game. What do you mean? Farfetch doesn't exist. Oh, alright. Take it down. Yes. Alright, if you are the one doing the seeking, finding the seeking, first we shall establish the range that we are allowed to go in this here first province of the area of first provinces. Alright, I'd say we avoid the brown area over here. And everything within this here border should be fair game. Like within this border, don't go past here. Yes, this here border, if you can remember that, and I guess nowhere past here. Make this relatively quick. Alright, and as usual, I shall count. Where are you? There you are, I saw you. Alright, just let me know when you're ready. Yes, the lower areas as well. I guess you are ready, so now I shall count to 30. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rings in hand. Speed through night with beaded sand. I'm listening to that song right now. Being funny for numbers. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Ah, god damn it. You know, Wolf, you got in my way again. I'm gonna hit you so hard your ancestors will feel it. You're gonna be meeting your ancestors, how about that? See, that's alright. No. What did I leave off? 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15th, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. That's 1/8 of 6. 27, 28. Kind of looping around again. I guess 29 and, well, 30. Well, ready or not, here you come, I suppose. Come on, real. Yeah, I figured that'd be too easy. There weren't many good places to go around here. Also, the Blessed Path got in my way. I suppose you should get ahead next. Let me know when you're ready. Alright, I shall count 1, a 2, a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, never mind then, let's go somewhere else. And where shall we go? Blueberry. Been some time since we were last there. I think the Cavernous Canyon biome should be our next spot. We've already done hide-and-seek every other area thus far, except for this one, so I think it's fair. Let's go to the Canyon Placer. I think of an area to go seeking real fast. Alright, just let me know when you're ready, and I guess you're ready now, or... I was just thinking of an area we should go seeking first. Alright, not here, obviously. Because there's an invisible wall in my way. Alright, I don't know. Alright, then. Just stay within a relatively confined area. But, what did we do about? Let's say about 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20, 21, Z2, Z3, Z4, Z5, Z6, Z7, Z8, 29, and 30. Alright, to rescue Ornath, here I shall come. We didn't even establish an area to hide yet, though. Sure, Ghost, Poryganzid. I have a lot of those, though. And probably will, of course, to where you happen to be. I'll try to scrap you real fast. takes too long, I would just end it early. Because we weren't able to have time to establish when, or what area we'll go to, so it kind of just hid. In the open, yeah. You don't know how much that narrows it down. Alright, now caves, I mean, I guess it narrows it down a bit. Yeah, so you have to be around here somewhere then. The second hint is just laughing. Huh. Well, there you are. This NPC over here looks kind of funny. Eh, it can't be him. No way. Oh, it isn't. That's very fast. Alright then. Yeah. Let me look at my bag, see what I got. I got 63 bottle caps. Alright. You did pull that trick before, which made it a little bit easier. Yeah, you know what, lad? Let's do these last steel raids real fast. But very quickly. And no BBQs today. As I mentioned, want to get a few matches in before the Grand Challenge ends. So these little raids are all we're doing now for now. I just want to get at least 3 matches in. With the Grand Challenge, I mean. If you want to do a few last minute BBQs, that's fine, but me, no. I'm bringing our Kelly in for this one. Just the fastest way to deal with this. Yes, another time. Yes, good idea. Keep making me stronger, mate. I figured that you were born with it, so it's not the first time you used that trick. Alright, time for this power to be unleashed. Taste this. Alright, that didn't do nearly as much as I thought it would. Yeah, that's bullshit. Or y'all smell it? Smells like bullshit. Or bullshit. There we go. That's what the damage is that we were looking for. There it goes, you know, you're dead. Sounds like bullshit indeed. Yes. Freeze in anything, not just in competitive, or not just in raids, but in competitive play sometimes as well. Remember back in Reg with that old psychic terrain team of mine. Ended up getting a real, like, my opponent got a real bad freeze on me and it cost me the game. Alright. I think Arm Bundle's got some heft to it. Oh, wait a minute. Why am I Metagross? It's a steel type. I don't see that being too useful. Yes, fighting types will do the best. And I think I know exactly who to use. Lucario. Anyways, that was cringe. The aura is with me. Or not just that. Behold the power of aura, or I fight with my friends. Wait, wrong character. Or I fight for my friends. You'll get no sympathy from me. I feel like every time you select a fighting type, it should just go, I fight for my friends. Oh, it's time to nasty plot very nastily. Not icy with me, rude. No, I'm in Encore again. Just wasting my time, Iron Bundle. On the bright side, it can't hit me too hard with its ice moves. Yeah, how much of the Encore do we have left? One more, alright, find one. It's fine, that's. Not even an ice type, so that means nothing. And taste this. Oh, come on, what do you mean? It was the last turn. That's like 4 turns, not 3 turns. Anyways, well, I'm away. Max, oh, you mother... Fuck off, man. Fuck off. You just ruined my anime moment. Come on, dude. Fuck off, that's bull. That's trying to use ours for before, right? You cock-licking. Oh my god. Anytime we fight this guy, just use Alchemy. Please. Second I'm able to attack in the game, it says hat freeze. What do you mean? That was the last turn. Why does it do that? That's like 5 turns of freaking waterfall, dude. Really? How does it keep telling me that? That was the last turn right there. That's cheating. Thank you. And actually attack now. Wow. Seriously, look how hard that was, game. And it's not even enough. Couldn't do a damn thing. Just wow. Yes, gotta. And I'm just gonna use Annihilate, but it deserves to be killed. Already way ahead of you. Actually, what was I doing? I was going to my Tera Raid. Thanks for wasting my time, you damn penguin. Oh, you just activated my trap card. Whenever you lower my stats, my attack power doubles. Anytime I receive life point damage, my Annihilate gains an extra 1,000 points to its attack power. And from the multiplier from before, it's not additive, it's multiplicative. Since I started at 2,000 attack power, that plus 1,000 from me taking life point damage, and you lowering my stats. And now I use the card Decorate where my attack power gets doubled by another 2 times. Because of this, my attack power is technically quadrupled. Once again, multiplicativeness. So that makes my attack power 12,000, but that's not all. And you activated my trap card again. Lowering my attack doubled my stats again. And now I use the magic card, Focus my energy, where I have a 100% chance of doing extra bonus damage that goes through your defenses. Now my attack power is over 24,000. I should Rage Fist now, though I couldn't Tera. I don't think we're gonna need it. Yeah, I think it was a little too early to do that. So let's just do this again. Alright, once we get Tera, now it's ready. And now that my Annihilate is at +6, quadrupling its attack power on top of all the multipliers it already has. I use the equipped spell card Tera Ghost, which makes his attacks way stronger for all Ghost attribute monsters, or I guess if Annihilate were in Yu-Gi-Oh! Would be a Dark attribute. Makes sense. Or Primate would be an Earth attribute. Not that that matters in most cases in Yu-Gi-Oh!, but yes. And because of that, its attack power is doubled. Again, you can't use that move. And now you're done. Think you get, you dumb bird. Stop ruining Christmas, goddammit. Even though it's 2.5 months early for that, but yeah. Alright, one final raid. Alright, because I'm on too much of a slippery slope. Look at that, my flip-flops are like skis. That's not how they work, but who cares? So flip-flops are the best. Maybe. Well, Mental Herb kind of does that with Encore. But it's only one use, so I wouldn't say it's the most useful. Alright, the final one. And Arc of the Daladins, I'm going to use again. If you'd like to, I'd like to stick with a little damage reduction. But you didn't answer my question from earlier. What was your opinion on the songs I suggested? I'll take some time when you'd like to listen to them. Actually, no, I could have used Kamaro, but too late. Yeah, let's see how high my defense is. I softened him up for you. I also used Tera Fire. And that would be the game. God, these faster loading speeds are so good. But anyways, I'm gonna go sell a few things. If you can, meet me at the top of the of Mizagozer. Because right after this, let's do a bit of competitive play while we can. Even for just a few hours. Alright. Yes. Well, once again, as I mentioned earlier, please meet me at the top of Mizagoza when you are ready. Or once you're done with that. That should do it. So I'm gonna go eat a bit of bread, and then we got some veggie to do. Gotta eat my vegetables. I sound stupid. That'll be safe, because now what they say it's good to keep a record. Saving's about the same speed, I think. Oh, well, I'm waiting for you. Once again, let me take a look at my teams. Max Special Defense Ursaluna. Traded out Brick Brick for Shadow Claw. Same one I used in that tournament from a few months ago. And Tera Grass is actually a pretty good defensive typing for Yusef over here. I mean, it's already got plenty of offense on his side, so I think more defense here would have been good. And then my Kyogre team just traded out for a Terra Stellar Magearna with Assault Fist. And I gave it just enough speed where, at least at level 50, it's gonna outspeed Koraidons. And Miraidons, and I can one-shot them with these with a fairy move. And I can even do a relatively fast Volt Switch or slow Volt Switch, depending on what I need. And Magearna is so tanky, it's so hard to kill this thing. Having pretty much the best defensive typing in the game, and having solid defenses. 115 in both defense is quite dangerous. Also, I've seen a lot of people run Terra Normal Arceus with Life Orb, but I think just one Swords Dance hits hard enough, and I have Double Edge just to get around like Psychic Train and Armor Tail. Guys, let me know when you're done changing her. Do you really want to run up those stairs? It might not be the best. You might get tired. Oh, never mind, you didn't have to walk up the stairs. Alright, let us do our little... oops. Blast it. Alright, let's do our little outros. Alright, I think that'll be it for this edition of Pokemon Violet Fun Stuff. If y'all enjoyed this and you want to see more, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and follow. Hit one of the vids you screen right now on YouTube and that bell button for more. I'm going to special thank you to both Aaron and Derpy Boy for joining me once again for this wonderful video. And considering answering the question of the day, of every single Paradox Pokemon, not counting the what were they called? The Legends Before Time and the Light Sabers of Justice. Besides them, which one is your favorite and why? Let us know in the comments below. And consider becoming a YouTube member for $3 a month and a subscriber for $6 a month for wonderful bonuses such as an ad-free experience. Anyways, catch streams, that's who we shall raid. Ask and you shall receive, as they say. Yes, let's see if he's still here. I do not see him. Oh, let me type his name in. How about the 07? If that's who you desire. Let me go take down his name. Yes, I keep forgetting that. Alright, he's playing Layers of Fear. Send him around wavering 11 supports. Alright, I thank you all for watching. Have a terrific day.